What's going on? I've recently not been getting to shoot a lot, and I've been watching a lot of this channel called Off the Shelf Air Guns. If you're not familiar with this channel, go check it out. But Riddick over there is kind of going back through some of his old air guns that he started his channel with, and that's where I got this idea. I'm a full disclosure, I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and it's inspiring me to do the same. I'm ripping him off, basically. So right off the bat, I do think that this is a good air gun. I do think that it is something that has value, and I try to pick pros and cons. So if I go a little hard nitpicking on the cons, just know that right off the bat, I do think that this is a good choice, especially if you can find one of these on sale. So the first pro with the Umarex or Ruger NXG would have to be that it is somewhat accurate. Out to about 20 yards, it's a pretty decent air rifle. All of the videos that I've watched, it's all been about the same. They seem pretty consistent. So it is a pretty decently accurate air rifle for the price that you're paying. The second pro would have to be the overall size and weight of it. It's a lighter rifle, it's a smaller rifle. It would be appropriate for the beginning shooter, or maybe a smaller shooter, or somebody who's just looking for something to use in their backyard, maybe to do some marksmanship practice. It's a small size, so it's a compact air rifle. It's going to be easier to handle for the smaller person. And the third pro is actually subjective because it's the automatic safety system that this air rifle has. I didn't like it at first. It really got on my nerves, but now as I'm teaching my children or beginning to introduce them into shooting and shooting sports, I think that that's a good design. So cons, I'm gonna nitpick here, so don't, remember what I said in the beginning, this is an air rifle that if you're looking at one of these, I think it's a good choice. So the first con, and this is the biggest con for me, is the scope rail system. I don't understand why they would put that on there. I don't understand why they continue to produce that bad of a design. But if you go to put a scope of any higher quality than the one that they send, it's going to start pulling up on the ends. It's like a dovetail rail that's meant to look like a Picatinny rail, and it's just not robust. And what I ended up having to do to mount a decent scope on there, and when I say decent, I mean like a 4-power from Walmart. What I had to do was get these scope adapters, so that's another $10. If you're shooting open sights, that shouldn't matter to you, but I always like to have the option, especially if something is designed to take a scope from the factory. It should be a little better than that. Number 2 is the trigger is it was a little heavy. It was a little long, but it's an air rifle. But it's kind of hard to adjust. I mean, there's no adjustment. You're gonna have to take it apart. It's hard to work on, so the trigger, you get what you get. For a beginner, not a big deal. The third con, and this is nitpicking, this is probably not gonna apply to most people, but the barrel was really nasty from the factory. I don't know if it's where they're manufacturing these. I don't know if this is a protectant to get it across the ocean. I don't know what it is, but this coating that you find in a lot of air rifles, this grease or whatever, it does affect accuracy big time. So if you're getting this and you're having accuracy issues, maybe get like a patchworm kit, pull through there, clean your barrel up. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the comments, the likes. If you enjoyed this video, think about hitting that subscribe button. I think that's it from me today. I'll see y'all later.